Hey, I'm Dylan at Western Bikeworks, and this is Race Day Rubber. If you're a long-time viewer, you probably realize that it's been a little bit of time since I produced a video. I was actually in a remote monastery in the Himalayas learning Kung Fu, and I took a vow of silence, also got SARS, hence the little bit of frog I got in my throat. But I am back, and I'm here today to talk to you about race day tires. Now, what makes a race tire above and beyond just a normal road tire? Well, a couple things. One, it's going to be a high TPI casing. These are the threads that actually comprise the casing or the carcass of the tire. The more threads, the thinner the threads, the more closely packed they are, the lighter the tire, the more supple the tire is going to be because you don't have room for rubber in between those threads, just like high TPI cotton sheets. The higher the TPI, the more supple the casing. So we're going to see more supple casings in these race day tires. The other thing that distinguishes a race day tire is lighter weight. What you're trying to do is to reduce the rotational mass as much as possible to allow you to accelerate, to get the jump on your opponents. So they're going to be much lighter weight than all-day tires, training tires, and the like. We're seeing tires under 200 grams by and large. Now, not all of the tires we're going to be focusing on today are true race day tires, but many of them are. The other thing you're going to find are very soft, grippy compounds. Lower durometer or softer compounds on the rubber allows you to improve the traction in the wet, in the nasty stuff, high-speed cornering situations, criteriums, and the like. So you're going to get very grippy compounds, but that means at the expense of longevity. These aren't going to last for thousands of miles like your conventional tires are going to. So let's look at some of the offerings that we have on hand. First, from Twofell out of the Czech Republic, home of the Kalachi and Václav Havel. They make very high quality tubular tires, also known for their tubular clinchers, and now we have the Calibra Light. This is one of the lightest race day tires out there, 150 grams. This is unheard of in terms of how lightweight these are, reducing that rotational mass, allowing you to accelerate to climb a lot more readily. 240 TPI casing along the center tread and 120 TPI casing along the sidewalls and the shoulder to give you a little bit more puncture protection. A very nominal puncture protection belt, so it's not going to be the most puncture resistant tire, but in terms of maximizing your speed and efficiency in race day situations, this is going to be ideal. When mounted on our 19mm wide test rim, this 23mm actually measured about 22.8, so pretty true to size. We have these on sale. If you have that criterium, that time trial coming up, highly recommend you check out the Twofell Calibra Light. Moving on. And from Vredestein, one of the flagship products in their road tire line. This is not a race day tire. This is an awesome all-around tire. This is the Fortezza Try Come. Actually been supplanted by the Fortezza Senso, but it shares a lot of the same features. In terms of their Try Come, it means 3 different compounds or durometers, hardnesses of rubber. We have a harder compound in the center, which gives you a lot of longevity out of this tire, and then softer compounds on the shoulders, which gives you really great traction when you start to lean over in the turns. Their curve control allows the tire to maintain its rounded profile longer, as opposed to getting squared off like a lot of tires do after thousands of miles of use. And it also has a Sportex protection layer, which gives it a great degree of puncture protection, a little heavier than a true race day tire at 231 grams. This is an amazing tire. The 23 measures spot on 23 on our 19mm wide test rim. Comes in a whole bunch of different colors. If you haven't tried the Fortezza Try Come or the Senso that supplanted it, highly recommend you check these out. Moving on. Venerable Tire Manufacturer Challenge is back, and they are back with a vengeance. We have their Open Road Triathlon 300 TPI casing. This is one of the most supple tires out there. It uses what they call their open tubular technology, so that may sound a little confusing. This is not for tubular rims, these are for clincher rims. But because of the very supple casing and the profile of the tire, it mimics the ride characteristics of a tubular, hence the name. 300 TPI casing, very low rolling resistance tread, super grippy compound, a very subtle file tread to improve mechanical adhesion. You get really great grip out of this tire. When mounted on our 19mm wide test rim, measures 23.5 for the 23mm. 228 grams, so not the lightest tire out there, but by no means a piggy. If you don't know Challenge, make sure you check out their Triathlon Open Road. Now let's look at the Michelin Pro 4 Comp service course. The standard Michelin Pro 4 is the go-to tire for professionals and amateur racers worldwide. But if you want something a little bit lighter weight for race day, we introduce the Pro 4 Comp Service Course. 150 TPI nylon casing, 180 grams is the claimed weight for the 23 when mounted on our 19mm wide test rim. Actually measures just spot on at 23 millimeters. They incorporate silica and elastomers into the tread to give it long life, very low rolling resistance, and superior grip in the corners. A high density strip underneath the tread gives it some nominal puncture protection. This is not a training or a gravel tire because it is very lightweight. It's going to be great for race day. It has only a 15-gram weight penalty over the super light Limited, the Pro 4 Comp Limited. It comes in black, red, and blue. Now let's move on to the Schwalbe one. From storied German tire manufacturer Schwalbe comes the pinnacle of their road line. This is the Schwalbe 1 tubeless, designed to be run without tubes with compatible rims. This is the creme de la creme of Schwalbe's line. First of all, it has an incredibly supple casing. It has great puncture protection thanks to their V-Guard, guards against punctures as well as sidewall cuts. And their triple star compound is their most advanced compound ever. They claim this is the fastest, the most reliable tire that they have ever produced. Because it is tubeless, you get a little bit of a weight penalty. They have to reinforce the casing to make it airtight so you can run it without a tube. 305 grams claimed weight for the 23. When put on our 19mm wide test rim, measures just about 23 millimeters. If you've never run tubeless before, the ride quality, the characteristics are amazing, and you get great traction. Can run a little bit lower pressure to really improve the contact patch. Perfect for your tubeless rims. Now we're going to look at the Hutchinson Atom. Get up and at 'em and ready for race day with the Atom Comp from Hutchinson, straight out of France. One of the lighter tires that we're reviewing here, 190 grams, 127 TPI casing when mounted on our 19mm wide test rim, measures about 22.8. This is a great race day tire, has a little bit of a polyamide protection layer in there, but it's not going to be too robust, so I wouldn't use this as a training tire or a gravel tire. But for race day, the rolling resistance and the weight savings that you get from this tire is going to be awesome. Comes in this white. Have any questions about race day tires or anything else, give us a call or visit us at westernbikeworks.com. Do you even race, bro?
Yeah, a little bit, I mean.
Do you even race, bro? Hey, bro. You even race, bro? Bro!